Welcome to the Sleeping Almanac. We have come, gently, to the last night of a long journey. For many nights now, we have walked together through the old myths of Egypt, from the very first sunrise to the warm gold house of the goddess of love. Tonight we do not tell a new story. Tonight we gather them all. We will walk back through the whole great company of the gods, one last quiet time, and let the entire story we have told carry us down together, from the first light on the waters to the golden lady who waits in the west. It is a night of gathering and of gentle farewell and of the deep peace that comes at the end of a long and beautiful road. So let the day set you down one more time. Let the bed take your weight and the breath go slow and the whole of you settle. There's nothing new to follow tonight, and nothing at all to fear. Tonight is only remembering, the soft and easy remembering of stories already known, the whole shining company of the gods, passing gently by once more, each one bringing its own quiet gift, until the entire great tale lies gathered around you like a warm and familiar light. Let it gather now. Let them all come, one by one, gentle and golden, and let the whole long story carry you, this last time, down into sleep. We have drawn this season from the ancient Egyptians themselves, across thousands of years of their telling, from the oldest words carved in the pyramids to the great book of the dead, from the temple walls to the Greek writer Plutarch, who gathered their stories for us. Tonight we gather the gathering and let all of it rest. These have been retellings, told gently, always choosing the telling that serves a calm night. And there has been one thread through all of it. From the very first night, an old Egyptian teacher named Ptah-hotep, who taught that the truest strength is the gentle kind. We have watched that single truth prove itself again and again, in king after king and god after god, through every story of the season. Tonight, as we gather them all, that thread draws everything together, for it is the soul of the whole story we have told, the deep quiet truth beneath all the rest, that gentleness endures, that kindness outlasts every fiercer thing, that the soft and loving way is, in the end, the strongest way of all. Keep it near you this last night, the gathered wisdom of the whole long road. Let your eyes close. Let the whole company gather softly in the warm dark, and let us begin where everything began, at the very first light, with the whole great story still ahead, and all of it now gently behind us, ready to carry us home. Chapter 1. The Gathering. Imagine, before we begin, the whole company gathered. Every god we have met across these nights, standing together in a soft gold light, the entire story we have told, held in one quiet room. Let us rest at the start, in that gentle image, the whole company gathered, because there is a deep peace in seeing all of it together at the end. Across this long season we have met them one at a time, each in their own night, each in their own story. The great sun who rose first upon the waters, the fierce eye that was calmed by mercy, the wise one who set the calendar of the year, the green king who taught the world to grow, the faithful queen who gathered what was scattered, the bright young heir who came into his own, the kind judge of the quiet hall, the boat that carries the sun through the dark, the golden lady of love and music. Tonight they are all here at once, the whole shining company, gathered together in the warm gold light, and the entire great story they made lies gently around us, complete. Let yourself rest in the wholeness of it, the deep satisfaction of a long story finished and all its people gathered home. Rest in the deep completeness that comes only at the end of a long road, because it is one of the most peaceful feelings there is. All season, we have been traveling, story by story, night by night, and tonight the traveling is done. There is nowhere further to go. The whole journey lies behind us now, every part of it told, every god met, every thread drawn through to its end. And in that completeness, there is a profound and settling peace, the peace of arrival, the peace of a thing made whole, the peace of being able at last to simply rest in the finished beauty of it all. Let that peace of completion settle over you now. There is nothing left to reach for tonight, nothing left undone, only the whole gathered story to rest in, warm and complete, as you drift gently toward sleep. And let the gathering be a warm one, a reunion rather than a farewell, because every one of these gods is, by now, a familiar and gentle friend. We have spent whole nights with each of them. We know the Green King's kindness and the Queen's faithful love, the Wise One's gentleness, and the Golden Lady's joy. To gather them all tonight is to be surrounded by friends, by a whole company of the gentle and the good, gathered close in the warm dark to see us softly to sleep one last time. There is nothing lonely in this last night, and nothing sad. It is full of warm and familiar company, the whole beloved cast of the long story drawn near around your rest. Let them gather close now, all of them, gentle and golden and known, and let the warm company of the whole great story carry you down toward sleep. Picture the place of gathering as a great warm hall in the soft gold light of evening, because it is a deeply restful thing to imagine all of them together in one kind room. See the tall painted columns rising into the warm dark, the soft lamps glowing low along the walls, the gentle gold light pooling on the stone, and the whole company gathered easy and unhurried within it. There's the great sun, warm and steady. There's the gentle Green King and his faithful queen beside him. There's the bright young falcon come into his strength, and the wise one with his quiet eyes, and the kind jackal who keeps the scale, and the golden lady with her soft music never far. They are not posed or distant or grand tonight. They are simply gathered, the way a family gathers in the warm light at the end of a long day, content, at peace, glad of one another's company. And there is room in that warm hall for you, gathered in among them, welcome and easy and held. Let yourself settle into that gentle company now, into the warm gold light and the soft unhurried peace of the whole gathering, and let the deep ease of being among kind friends at the end of the day carry you gently down toward sleep. So let the whole company gather softly in the warm gold light as the chapter closes. Every god of the long season drawn near, the entire story held complete around you. There's nothing to follow and nothing to fear, only the deep peace of the finished road and the warm company of old friends. Lie back in the gathered wholeness of it now, and let us begin to walk gently back through the whole great story, one last time, starting where all things started, at the first light upon the water. Chapter 2. The First Light. In the beginning, the Egyptians said, there was only the dark water, endless and still, and out of it rose the first light, the sun, the great god Ra, and with his rising the whole world began. Let us rest at the very source of everything, because there is a deep calm in returning to the beginning of all things. Before there was anything at all, the Egyptians imagined a vast, still ocean of dark water, calm and endless and asleep. And from that deep stillness rose the first light, the sun god, lifting alone into being, and his light was the first morning, and his rising was the start of the whole world. Everything that followed, every god and every story of this long season, began here, with that first quiet light rising over the still dark water. We began our own season here, on the first night, watching the very first sunrise, and it is good to return to it now, to the deep, peaceful source of everything, the still water and the rising light, and the whole world about to begin. Rest in the deep stillness that came before the light, because it is the very stillness you are sinking into now. The Egyptians imagined that first ocean as perfectly calm, perfectly quiet, a vast still deep where nothing stirred. It is the same stillness that lies beneath sleep, the deep quiet water under everything, the calm from which all waking things rise and to which they return to rest. Let yourself sink toward that deep still water now, the peaceful deep that came before all things and underlies them still, where there is no stir and no sound, only the vast gentle calm out of which the morning rises. You are returning to the oldest peace there is, the still deep before the first light. Let it hold you and let it carry you down. Let your breath go down into that still deep water now, because there is no calmer place to set the breathing than the great quiet that came before all things. Imagine the vast still ocean the Egyptians imagined, dark and smooth and endless, not a single ripple anywhere upon it, perfectly at rest. And let your own breath slow to match its stillness, each breath rising and falling soft and unhurried as a long slow swell on a calm sea, in and out with no effort and no hurry, smoothing flatter and quieter with each one. There is nothing to do in that deep water but float and be still. No light has risen yet. No world has begun. There is only the vast, gentle calm, holding everything, asking nothing. Let it hold you now, your breath gone slow and smooth, as the still deep, your whole self floating easy on the oldest quiet there is. And when the first light rises, far off and golden, let it rise without disturbing you at all, so that you simply drift on the deep calm beneath it, carried gently down, past the edge of waking, into sleep. And we learned, in those first nights, of the great sun's secret name, the hidden word of power at the very heart of him, and of how even the mightiest of all the gods was bound up with gentleness and wisdom in the end. The sun ruled the world, but he was not only fire and power, he was also light and warmth, and the steady giver of every day, the one whose faithful rising you could always trust. There is a deep comfort in that faithful sun, the one sure light that has risen over the still water every morning since the world began and will rise again tomorrow. Let that comfort hold you now, the certainty of the faithful light, the great sun who began the world and who watches over it still, rising and setting and rising again, sure as anything has ever been. Let the steadiness of the first light carry you down toward rest, and rest in the wonder that everything came from that one quiet beginning, because there is a deep peace in knowing that all the richness of the whole long story unfolded from a single soft light on the water. From that one first sunrise came the day and the night, the gods and their stories, the green king and the faithful queen, the whole shining company we have gathered tonight. It all began with one gentle light, rising alone in the dark, and it all grew from there, slowly, patiently, into the great and tender story we have walked together. There is something deeply reassuring in that, the sense that great things grow quietly from small and gentle beginnings, that a single soft light can become a whole world. Let that quiet wonder hold you now, at the source of everything, where the whole vast story is still only a single gentle light on the still dark water, holding all that is to come. Let the deep calm of that first beginning carry you down, gentle and unhurried, into the dark, where your own rest is beginning now, small and quiet, and holding the morning within it. So let the first light rise softly over the still dark water as the chapter closes, the whole world beginning, the great sun lifting gentle and sure into the first of all mornings. Here's where everything started, and here's the deep, calm source we return to now. Lie back in the still deep before all things, and let the first light rise gently over you, and let the oldest peace there is carry you on, deeper into the gathered dark, toward the next of the gathered stories. Chapter 3. The Eye and the Days. In the early days of the world, the Egyptians told two gentle stories that we walked through together, one of mercy that cooled a terrible fire, and one of wisdom that won the days of the year. Let us rest in the first of them, the story of mercy, because it holds one of the season's deepest comforts. There was a time, the old telling said, when the burning eye of the sun blazed out against the world in a terrible heat, and nothing mighty could turn it back. What turned it back in the end was not greater force, but gentleness. Sweetness offered in the place of rage, until the fierce burning eye was soothed and cooled, and became once more the gentle golden goddess of love. We will meet her again, fully, before this last night is through. For now let it rest you, simply to remember that the fiercest fire in all the world was calmed not by a stronger fire but by kindness, and that this is the truest pattern of things. Whatever burns is healed by gentleness. Let that healing remembrance cool whatever still burns in you tonight and ease you toward rest. Rest, too, in the gentle story of how the year itself was won, because it is a tale of cleverness and kindness together. In the oldest days, the telling went, there were days that did not yet exist, and it took the wisdom of Thoth, the gentle god of knowledge and the moon, to win them, playing quietly for slivers of light until he had gathered enough to make new days, the days on which the great gods could at last be born. It was wisdom that made room in the year for the gods to come into the world, gentle wisdom, patient and kind, winning by cleverness what could not be won by force. There is a deep calm in that gentle God of knowledge, the quiet one who measured the year and set the calm order of the days. Let his quiet wisdom settle over you now, the gentle ordering of time, the patient making of room, and let it ease you toward the deep order of sleep. And in both of those early stories lay the same deep truth we have followed all season, that the gentle way is the strong way, that mercy cools what force cannot, that wisdom wins what war cannot, that the soft and patient powers are, in the end, the ones that endure. We met these truths early, in the young days of the world, and they have proven themselves in every story since. Let them rest you now, the early gentle wisdom of the season, the mercy that cooled the fire, and the patience that won the year, both of them quietly teaching the same kind truth. Let that truth carry you down, the deep reassurance that gentleness governs the world more surely than force ever could. Rest, too, in the deep order that the wise one set upon the world, because there is a particular peace in a world that is well ordered and sure. When Thoth won the days and measured the year, He was doing what the gentle wisdom always does, setting things in their proper places, giving the world a calm and reliable shape, so that the seasons turned in order and the days followed one another in their faithful round. There is a deep comfort in that kind of order, the sense of a world that runs on gently and dependably, the year turning, the days arriving each in their turn, everything in its place and its proper time. It is the same comfort you feel in a settled and familiar rhythm, the reliable turning of ordinary days, the quiet knowledge that tomorrow will follow today in its proper order. Let that calm order hold you now, the gently measured world, the faithful turning of the days, the deep reliability of a cosmos set in kind and proper order by a patient and gentle hand. Let the peace of that good order carry you down, sure and steady, toward rest. So let those early stories rest gently around you as the chapter closes, the fire cooled by mercy, the year won by patient wisdom, the gentle powers quietly setting the world in order. The world is young in these tellings, and already its deepest law is kindness. Lie back in that early gentle wisdom now, and let it carry you on, deeper into the gathered dark, toward the great green king whose story stands at the very heart of all the rest. Chapter 4. The Green King. At the heart of the whole season stood one figure, gentle and beloved above all the rest, the Green King, Osiris, who taught the world to grow and reigned over a long golden age of peace. Let us rest in the warmth of his long good reign, because it was the gentlest age the old stories knew. Osiris, the Green King, was the kindest ruler the world had ever seen. He found his people wild and wandering, and he taught them, gently, all the arts of a settled life, how to plant the grain and tend the vine, how to live by good and gentle laws, how to honor what was holy. And under his kind hand, the whole world grew peaceful and green, a long golden age of plenty and quiet, with the good king and his faithful queen at the center of it all. We spent a whole warm night in that golden reign, and it is good to return to it now. The gentlest age there ever was, the Green King on his throne, the world at peace, the grain growing tall in the warm sun. Let that long golden peace settle over you now, the deep ease of a good and gentle time. Rest in what the Green King taught, because it is the gentlest wisdom of rule there is. He governed not by fear, but by kindness, not by force, but by teaching, winning his people's love rather than commanding their obedience. His whole reign was the proof, written large across the world, of the season's deepest truth, that the gentle way is the strong way, that a king who is kind is mightier than a king who is feared, that love builds what force never can. There is a deep peace in that good king, the gentle ruler, under whom the whole world grew calm and green. Let his gentle reign rest you now, the deep ease of being in the care of something kind, the whole world safe and growing, under a king whose only rule was love. Let that gentle keeping carry you down toward sleep. Let the warm fields of his golden age spread out around you now, because there are few more restful places to lie down than a peaceful land at the end of a warm day. Picture the green country of the Green King, the fields of grain standing tall and gold in the low evening light, the vines heavy and dark, the river running calm and bright through it all, the quiet villages settling into the dusk. Picture the people of that golden age coming in from the fields as the light goes soft, their work done, content, safe under a kind king, with nothing to fear in the gathering night. There's a deep peace in that settled and growing land, a peace you can lie down in. The warm earth, the tall grain whispering softly, the river murmuring low, the whole gentle country breathing slow and easy as it eases toward its own rest. Let yourself lie down in that peaceful land now, in the warm gold evening of the green king's reign, the field soft around you, the river quiet, the whole good world at peace and settling into the dark. And let the deep ease of that golden country carry you down, gentle and safe, toward sleep. And the green king story carried within it the deepest pattern of the whole season, the seed that goes down into the dark in order to rise. For Osiris would pass, as we will gently remember, out of the seen world and into the country beyond, and there become the kind lord of the quiet land, the gentle king of the dead. His was the story of the grain itself, going down into the dark earth and rising again green, the deep promise that what goes into the dark is not lost but renewed. We will follow that promise through the next of the gathered stories. For now, let it simply rest you, the green king at the heart of everything, his long golden reign, and the deep, gentle promise that nothing good is ever truly lost. Let that promise carry you down, deeper into the gathered dark. So let the green king's golden age gather softly around you as the chapter closes, the world grown peaceful and green under his kind hand, the grain tall in the warm sun, the gentlest age there ever was. Here at the heart of the whole story stands the gentlest king, and his deep promise that what goes into the dark will rise. Lie back in that long golden peace now, and let the green king's gentle reign carry you on, deeper toward sleep, into the quiet of the story still to gather. Chapter 5. The Passing. Every golden age comes gently to its close, and so did the green king's. He passed in time out of the seen world, carried softly away, the way a seed is carried down into the dark earth. Let us hold this remembrance as gently as we held it the first time, because it was never told as a loss, but always as a going down in order to rise. The green king's passing came through the shadow of his brother, through a beautiful chest and a quiet river that carried the king softly away from the world. But the Egyptians never told it as an ending. They told it as the grain told it, as the seed tells it, going down into the dark, not to be destroyed, but to be planted, not to be lost, but to be made ready to rise. The king who passed out of the bright world did not vanish. He went down into the quiet country and became its gentle lord, the kind king of the peaceful dead. Let that gentle understanding rest you now, the passing held softly as a planning, a going down that is also, secretly, a beginning. Rest in the deep comfort the Egyptians made of the dark, because it is one of the season's truest gifts. They looked at the thing most feared, the passing out of the world, and they refused to see only darkness in it. They saw a seed going into the ground. They saw the sun going down into the west to be renewed. They saw a gentle king taking up a gentle throne in a quiet land. They turned the dark from a thing of fear into a thing of rest and renewal, and that is perhaps the kindest thing any people ever did with the hardest of all truths. Let that kindness hold you tonight, as you yourself go down gently into the dark of sleep. There is nothing to fear in the going down. It is only a planting, only a renewing, only a quiet rest from which you will rise again with the morning. Let the deep image of the seed settle all the way into you now, because it is the gentlest way ever found to think about going down into the dark. Picture a single seed laid into the warm, dark earth, covered over, held in the quiet soil. From the outside, it looks like an ending, the seed gone down into the dark and lost to sight. But within the dark, unseen, the deep, slow work of renewal is already beginning, the seed softening, stirring, gathering itself to rise, and in its own time it comes up green into the light, more than it was, a whole new growing thing. That is what the Egyptians saw in the Green King's passing, and it is what they saw in every going down into the dark, including the gentle going down you are making now into sleep. You are the seed tonight, laid gently into the warm dark, not lost, but planted. The quiet work of renewal already beginning in you as you rest. Let that deep image carry you down, the seed in the warm earth, the unseen renewing, the certain green rising in the morning. There is nothing to fear in the dark soil. It is where you are made new. And so the Green King became the Lord of the quiet country, the gentle one who waits in the peaceful land beyond, and is passing open the way to all the gentle stories of the beyond that we would later gather. His going down was not the end of his story, but the deepening of it, the kind King of the living, becoming the kind King of the dead, the gentleness simply moving with him into the quiet land. There is deep peace in that continuity, the sense that the gentle ones are gentle still, even in the country beyond, that kindness reaches even there, that the same soft hand keeps the quiet land that kept the green world. Let that deep peace carry you down now, the gentle King waiting kindly in the quiet country, the dark made safe by his gentleness, the way made ready for rest. So let the Green King pass softly into the quiet land as the chapter closes, carried down like a seed into the dark, not lost but planted, not ended but deepened, becoming the gentle Lord of the peaceful dead. There is no grief in this remembering, only the deep calm of the dark made kind. Lie back in that gentle peace now, and let the Green King's quiet passing carry you down, deeper into the gathered dark, toward the faithful love that would not let him go. Chapter 6. The Faithful Search. When the Green King was lost, one heart would not give him up. His queen, Isis, the faithful one, set out to find him, and her love gathered again what had been scattered. Let us rest in the deep warmth of that faithful love, because it was the most hopeful story the season told. When the king was lost to the world and scattered far, his queen did not despair. She rose and she searched across the whole world and even into the country of the dead, gathering what had been scattered, drawing back together by the sheer strength of her love what had been broken apart. And by that love, she made the broken whole again, gathered the scattered king, and brought forth from their love a son, an heir, to carry the story on. It was the great proof of the season, that love is stronger than loss, that devotion can gather what is scattered, that a faithful heart can make the broken whole. Let that deep hope rest you now, the faithful queen on her long search, her love gathering all that was lost, making whole what was broken. Rest in what her faithfulness meant, because it is a comfort to carry into any dark. Isis teaches that love does not give up, that it searches the whole world if it must, that it goes even into the dark after what it loves and gathers it gently home. There is profound reassurance in that kind of love, the love that will not let go, that keeps faith through every loss, that gathers and mends and makes whole. We are all, somewhere, held by such love, and we all somewhere, give it. Let the warmth of that faithful love surround you now. The love that searches and gathers and mends. The love that will not give you up. The love that gathers you gently home. You are held in such a love tonight. Let it gather you, and let it carry you down. Let the gentle work of being gathered and mended settle over you now, because there is a deep rest in being made whole by a patient love. Think of how the faithful queen worked, not in haste or anger, but gently, patiently, gathering what was scattered piece by piece, drawing the broken parts back together with tender care, mending slowly and lovingly what had been torn apart. That same gentle gathering can happen in you tonight. The day scatters us, pulls us in many directions, leaves us frayed and divided by evening, and sleep gathers us back, gently, the way her love gathered the king, drawing all the scattered pieces of the self back together in the quiet dark, mending what the day frayed, making us whole again by morning. Let yourself be gathered that way now, all the scattered pieces of your day drawn gently back together, the frayed edges mended, the whole self made one again, in the warm dark, by a patient and loving care. There is nothing for you to do but lie still and let yourself be gathered and mended. Let that gentle making whole carry you down into sleep. And from her gathering came the promise of renewal, the son and heir who would set the whole story right, so that even the deepest loss became, through her love, the beginning of new life. Nothing was wasted in her faithfulness. The loss became a search. The search became a gathering. The gathering became new life and a new beginning. That is what love does with loss. The season told us. It does not erase it, but it gathers it up and brings new life out of it, so that even the dark becomes the ground of something new. Let that deep hope carry you down now, the faithful love that gathers every scattered thing and brings new life out of the dark, the deepest reassurance the season had to give. Let it hold you, and let it carry you toward sleep. So let the faithful queen's love gather softly around you as the chapter closes, the search completed, the scattered gathered, the broken made whole, new life rising out of the deepest loss. Here's the season's most hopeful truth, that love is stronger than loss and gathers all things gently home. Lie back in that faithful love now and let it carry you on, deeper into the gathered dark, toward the bright young heir who would come into his own. Chapter 7. The Bright Heir. The son of that great love grew up to claim his father's place. Horus, the bright young falcon, came at last into his own, and an old long quarrel was, in the end, gently set to rest. Let us rest in the rising of the bright heir, because his was a story of patience rewarded and peace restored. Horus grew up the rightful heir to the Green King, and in time he came forward to claim his place against the old shadow that had taken it. Theirs was a long contest, the bright young heir and the fierce old power, but it ended not in endless war, but in a settling, a judgment, a setting of things right at last. The rightful one came into his own, the long wrong was mended, and the world was set back in its proper and peaceful order. We followed that whole long contest on its own night, and saw how it came, in the end, to rest. Let that resolution settle over you now. The bright heir come into his own. The old wrong set right. The world returned to its proper peace. Rest in the deep peace of a long quarrel finally settled, because there are few things more restful than the end of a long strife. The contest of the heir and the shadow was old and hard, But it did not last forever. It came to an ending, a judgment, a peace. And in that ending, even the old fierce power found his place, no longer the enemy, but, in time, a guardian. His great strength turned at last to the defense of the very boat of the sun. Nothing in the season stayed broken forever. Even the longest quarrel found its peace. Even the fiercest power found its proper place. Let that deep reassurance rest you now, the knowledge that strife ends, that quarrels settle, that even the hardest things come, in time, to peace. Let the peace of the long contest ended carry you down toward sleep. Let any old strife of your own be set down tonight, because the Bright Heir story gives a deep permission to lay down what has gone on too long. Each of us carries some long quarrel, some old friction, some struggle that has worn on, and we carry it into the night more often than we should. But the season showed us, again and again, that nothing stays at war forever, that even the oldest and fiercest contest comes at last to a settling, and that even the old adversary can find his proper place and his peace. You may let your own long struggles rest tonight, just for the night, the way the gods at last let theirs rest. You do not have to win anything before you sleep. You do not have to resolve it all tonight. You may simply set it down at the edge of the dark, lay the long struggle aside, and let the deep peace of a quarrel set down, even for one night, ease through you. Let that release carry you down now, the long strife laid gently aside, the air come into his peace, the whole self unclenched and quiet at last, sinking softly toward sleep. And the bright airs rising completed the great circle of the story, the Green King's son taking up the Green King's place, life continuing, the throne passing gently on, the whole pattern renewing itself as the grain renews and the sun renews. There is deep peace in that turning of the generations, the son taking up the Father's work, the story carrying on, the world renewing itself in its proper order. The Green King lived on in his bright sun, the gentle rain renewed, the whole great pattern turning gently onward. Let that deep continuity carry you down now, the story renewing itself, the rightful order restored, the bright air carrying the gentleness on into a new age. Let the peace of the renewed world hold you and carry you toward rest. So let the bright air rise into his own as the chapter closes, the long quarrel settled, the old wrong mended, even the fierce power given its proper place, the world returned to peace. Here the great circle closes, the Son taking up the Father's gentle reign. Lie back in the deep peace of the long strife ended now, and let the bright airs rising carry you on, deeper into the gathered dark, toward the gentle hall, where every heart is weighed in kindness. Chapter 8. The Gentle Judgment, and what became, in the end, of the ordinary heart, the gentle soul making its way into the country beyond. The Egyptians answered with the kindest vision of the end that any people ever dreamed. Let us rest in the deep gentleness of that hall, because it was made entirely to comfort. The Egyptians imagined that at the end of life the heart was brought into a quiet hall and weighed gently upon a great scale against a single feather, the feather of truth. And they did not imagine this as a thing of terror, but as a thing of profound kindness, the soul guided gently by kind gods, welcomed, helped, the scale tipping easily for any heart that had lived with ordinary goodness. It was the gentlest judgment ever imagined, made not to frighten, but to reassure, made to promise that a kind life was met, at the end, with kindness. We spent a whole gentle night in that hall, and it is good to return to it now. The quiet scale, the soft feather, the kind gods, the gentle welcome. Let that deep gentleness settle over you now. Rest in the deep reassurance the Egyptians built into the end of all things, because it is a comfort to carry into any night. They could have imagined the end as fearful, and instead they imagined it as kind. They filled the country beyond with gentle guides and kind judges and green fields of peace, and they promised that the gentle heart had nothing to fear there, that it would be weighed with mercy and welcomed into rest. There is profound peace in that, the sense that gentleness waits even at the very end, that a kind life is met with kindness, that the country beyond is, above all, a place of welcome and rest. Let that deep reassurance hold you now, the kindest vision of the end ever dreamed, made entirely to ease the heart. There's nothing to fear in any dark, the gentle hall promises, only kindness, only welcome, only rest. Let the green fields beyond the hall open softly around you now, because there is no more peaceful place in the whole season to lay yourself down. The Egyptians imagined the country beyond the gentle judgment as a land of quiet green fields, the field of reeds, a place just like the best of the world they loved, but softer, kinder, and entirely at peace, where the blessed walked in calm sunlight beside still bright water, where there was no fear and no striving, only gentle plenty and endless ease. It was their picture of perfect rest, and it is a good picture to drift toward now. Let those green fields spread out around you, soft and sunlit and calm, the still water shining, the reeds whispering low, the whole quiet country a perfect peace. There is nothing asked of anyone in that gentle land, nothing to do but walk in the calm light and rest. Let yourself walk softly into it now, into the green fields of peace at the end of the whole story, and let their deep calm settle over you and carry you, easy and unafraid, down into the quiet of sleep. And beyond the gentle hall lay the green fields of peace, the quiet country where the blessed lived on in calm forever, the same gentle land where the green king reigned. We will rest there fully before this last night is through. For now let it simply hold you, the promise of the peaceful country beyond the gentle judgment, the green fields waiting, the quiet land of rest. The whole long story bends, in the end, toward that gentle peace, toward a kind welcome and a quiet country and an endless calm. Let that deep promise carry you down now, the gentle hall and the green fields beyond it, the kindest end ever imagined, made to bring you rest. Let it hold you, and let it carry you toward sleep. So let the gentle hall gather softly around you as the chapter closes, the quiet scale, the soft feather of truth, the kind gods and their gentle welcome, the green fields of peace waiting just beyond. Here, the season's kindness reaches even to the end of all things and finds it gentle. Lie back in that deep reassurance now, and let the gentle judgment carry you on, deeper into the gathered dark, toward the great boat that carries the sun and us safely through the night. Chapter 9. The Night Boat. Every evening, the Egyptians believed, the sun climbed down into a great boat and sailed all night through the country of the dark, carried safely through, to rise again, without fail, at dawn. Let us rest in the deep reassurance of that nightly voyage, because it is perhaps the most comforting belief the whole season held. When the sun sank in the west, it did not stop. It boarded its great night boat, the boat of 1,000,000 years, and sailed down through the 12 dark hours of the hidden country, carried by a faithful crew, watched over by a mighty guardian at the prow, renewed in the deepest hour, and lifted up new and golden at the eastern dawn. There was one shadow on the voyage, a great serpent of the dark that rose in the last hours, but it was met and held back and passed every single night without fail. The boat always came through. The dawn always came. We sailed that whole voyage on its own night, and it is good to rest in it again now. The sure boat, the faithful crew, the certain morning. Let that deep certainty settle over you. Rest in the deepest comfort the boat has to give, the one that holds this whole channel together, that the night is not a thing that happens to you, but a voyage you are carried safely through. Every night the sun goes down into the dark, and every night it is carried through, and every single morning it rises again, sure as anything has ever been. And the Egyptians believed the same was true of every sleeper and every soul, that we too are carried safely through the dark, renewed in the deep, and brought up gently into the morning. That is what your own sleep is tonight, a voyage in the sure boat, down through the gentle dark and up to the certain dawn. Let that deep certainty hold you now. You are carried, this night and every night, safely through. The morning is already on its way. Let yourself climb aboard that sure boat now and simply be carried, because there is no deeper rest than to stop rowing and let yourself be born. All day, you have been the one doing the carrying, holding things up, keeping things going, steering your own course through the hours. Tonight you may set the oars down entirely. The boat of the night needs nothing from you. Its crew is faithful and practiced, its guardian strong, its course as old and sure as the world. You have only to lie down in it and let it bear you, down through the gentle dark, past the one shadow it has always passed, on toward the certain dawn. Feel the gentle motion of it, the soft forward glide, the dark water parting quietly at the prow, the whole sure vessel carrying you on while you do nothing at all but rest. There is nowhere you must steer and nothing you must hold. You are a passenger now on the surest voyage there is, carried safely through the night by hands that have never once failed. Let the oars go, let the boat take you, and let its sure motion carry you down into sleep. And the night boat gathered up the deepest truths of the whole season into a single nightly journey, the seed going down into the dark to rise, the dark made safe by faithful keeping, the certain return of the light. Everything we had learned of the green king's planting and the faithful queen's gathering and the gentle judgment's mercy was carried in that one sure voyage of the sun, down through the dark and home to the dawn. It is the season's whole hope in one image, the boat that always comes through, the dawn that always comes. Let that gathered hope carry you down now, the sure boat bearing you through the gentle dark, the dawn certain at the end of it, the whole season's comfort gathered into the one safe voyage of the night. Let it carry you toward sleep. So let the great boat sail softly through the gathered dark as the chapter closes, the faithful crew at their places, the guardian at the prow, the serpent past, the dawn drawing near and sure. Here the whole season's hope is gathered into one nightly voyage, the night always crossed, the morning always come. Lie back in the sure boat now, and let it carry you on, deeper toward sleep, toward the golden lady whose warmth waits at the end of every road. Chapter 10. The Golden Lady, and waiting at the end of every road, at the close of every day, and the end of every life, was the warmest of them all, Hathor, the golden lady of love and music, with her arms open in welcome. Let us rest in her golden warmth one last time, because she is the gentlest note the season had, and the right one to end on. Hath, or was the goddess of love, and music, and gladness, the soft gold light at the end of the day, the great gentle mother of the starry sky, the kind face in the green tree, who gave water to the weary, and the lady of the west, who waited with open arms to welcome the setting sun and the gentle soul into rest. Of all the mighty gods, she was the one whose whole nature was simply kindness. We spent our last full night with her, wrapped in her warm gold light, and it is the perfect warmth to gather around us now, at the end of the whole long road. Let her golden light gather close, the kindest of all the gods, her arms open, her welcome warm, waiting to ease you into rest. Rest in the deep gift she gives at the end of every journey, the gift of a warm welcome waiting, because there is no gentler thing to carry into sleep. Hathor stood at every ending, the end of the day, the end of the road, the end of the long story, and she made every ending kind. She turned the close of things from a thing of fear into a thing of warmth, a homecoming, a being received gently into rest. There is profound peace in that, the sense of a warm welcome, waiting at the end of everything, open arms and soft gold light, and a kind voice glad that you have come. Let that warm welcome hold you now, at the end of your own long day and the end of our whole long road. You are expected, you are welcome, you are received gently into rest by the kindest of all the gods. Let her warmth carry you down. Let the soft gold light of the golden lady close gently over the whole gathering now, because she is the warmth that holds all the rest together. Through every story of the season, beneath all the great deeds, it was her kind of warmth that we were really reaching for. The love, the music, the gladness, the gentle welcome, the soft gold light at the end of the day. And here at the close, she gathers all of it into one warm glow and lays it over everything. The first light and the gentle wisdom, the green king and the faithful queen, the bright heir and the kind judge and the sure night boat, all of them wrapped now in her soft gold warmth, the whole gathered company glowing gently in her kind light, and you among them, gathered into the warmth, wrapped in the soft gold of the kindest goddess, held in the glow that waits at the end of every road. Let that warm gold light close softly over you now, over the whole gathering, over the whole long story, over your own quiet rest. Let it hold all of it and all of you in its gentle gold, and let it carry you down, warm and welcomed and complete, into sleep. And it is fitting that the golden lady waits here at the end, because she is the living proof of the whole season's deepest truth, that gentleness is the strongest thing. The fiercest fire was calmed into her gentle gold. The hardest endings were made warm by her welcome. Of all the powers we have gathered, the grand and the mighty and the terrible, it is the gentle golden one we end with, because the season has been telling us all along that the gentle ones endure, that kindness outlasts every fiercer thing, that the soft gold light is what waits, in the end and the close of every road. Let that deep truth carry you down now, the golden lady waiting at the end of everything, the proof that gentleness wins, the warm gold welcome that is the season's final gift. Let her hold you, and let her carry you towards sleep. So let the golden lady gather close as the chapter closes, her soft gold light, her open arms, her warm welcome, waiting at the end of the whole long road. Here, With the kindest of the gods, the gathering is nearly complete, and the warmth is total. Lie back in her golden welcome now, and let the gentlest of all the gods carry you on, the last little way, toward the deep rest, waiting at the end of the story. Chapter 11. What the whole story meant. We have gathered them all now, the whole great company, the entire story from the first light to the golden lady. Before we let it go, let us rest a moment on what, through all of it, the Egyptians were truly telling us. Let us gather the meaning gently, because it has been one meaning all along, told 100 ways. Through every story of this long season, beneath the gods and the kings and the great deeds, the Egyptians were telling us, again and again, that gentleness is the strongest thing. We heard it from the old teacher, Ptah-hotep, on the very first night, and we have watched it prove itself ever since. Mercy cooled the fire that no force could stop. The gentle king built what no tyrant could. Faithful love gathered what loss had scattered. The kindest judgment waited at the end of all things. The dark was made safe, and the night made into a sure voyage home. And the warmest, gentlest goddess of all waited at the close of every road, story after story, the same deep truth that the soft and loving way is, in the end, the strong and lasting way. Let that gathered truth rest you now, the whole season's wisdom drawn into one gentle thread. Rest in the deepest comfort the whole story holds, that the world the Egyptians imagined was, at its heart, a kind one. They looked at everything that frightens us, fierceness and loss and death and the dark, and they answered each one with gentleness. They made the fire merciful and the loss redeemable, the death a planting and the dark a safe voyage, the end a kind welcome and the country beyond a green field of peace. They built a whole cosmos and made its deepest law a gentle one. There is profound peace in resting in a world imagined that way, a world where kindness governs, where the dark is safe, where every ending is a welcome, where gentleness in the end wins. Let that kind world hold you now, the whole gathered season, gentle to its very roots, made to reassure you that you live in a world more kind than fearful. Let that deep comfort carry you down toward sleep. Let a quiet gratitude be part of your rest tonight, because there is a deep and settling peace in simply being thankful at the end of a long road. Think, just gently, of how many hands carried these stories to you, across the ages, the old tellers by their fires, the singers in the temples, the scribes who carved the words in stone so they would last, all the patient keepers who passed the gentle stories down the long centuries so that they could reach this quiet night and ease one more tired heart toward sleep. There is something deeply warming in that long chain of kindness, the gift of these stories handed gently down from age to age, all the way to you. Here, now, in the warm dark, you are the latest one to receive the gift, and tonight you may simply be glad of it, glad of the stories, glad of the gentle company, glad of the rest waiting at the end of the road. Let that quiet gratitude warm you now, soft and full and peaceful, and let it carry you down, thankful and easy and content, into the deep, gentle dark of sleep. And let the very last of it be the simplest gift, that all of these gathered stories were told, in the end, to do exactly what they are doing now, to ease a tired heart gently into rest. That is what the old tellers were for, and the temple singers, and every voice that has ever carried these stories down the long years to this quiet night. They told them to comfort, to gentle the dark, to carry the weary softly toward sleep. And tonight, they have done it one last time. The whole great company gathered around your rest. The entire story told and gathered and laid gently down. Every thread drawn through to its kind and quiet end. Let the whole gathered story carry you the last of the way now, into the deep rest it was always meant to bring. There is nothing left to gather. It is all here, all complete, all gentle, all yours. Let it hold you, and let it carry you home. And let the very deepest comfort be that this gentle truth is not only an old story, but a thing you can carry with you out of these nights and into your own. The Egyptians are gone, and their temples are quiet, but the truth they wrapped in all these stories is as alive tonight as it ever was, that gentleness endures, that kindness is the strongest thing, that the dark is always crossed and the morning always comes, that a warm welcome waits at the end of every road. You may keep that. It is yours now, gathered from the whole long season, a small, steady light to carry into any night that comes. When the dark feels long, you may remember the sure boat that always comes through. When something is scattered, you may remember the love that gathers all things home. When you are tired or fierce or afraid, you may remember that the gentlest way is the strongest, and let yourself soften toward it. The stories were always meant to be kept this way, carried gently in the heart, a quiet company for the long nights. Let them be that for you now and always, and let their gathered gentleness carry you down, tonight, into the deep and kindly dark. So let the whole gathered meaning settle softly around you as the chapter closes. The one deep truth of the entire season, that gentleness endures, that the world is kind at its root, that every story was told to bring you rest. The gathering is complete now, the story whole, the meaning gathered, the long road done. Lie back in the finished wholeness of it all, and let the whole great story carry you down, the last little way, into the deep and gentle dark. Chapter 12. Goodnight, and the serpent at the edge of dawn. And so we come to the end of the whole long road, the last night of the long Egyptian journey, the whole great company gathered, the entire story told, and only the gentle goodnight left to say. Let the last of it be only peace and only gratitude. Night after night, through this long season, we have gathered here by the river under the same old stars, and walked together through the old myths of Egypt, from the first light on the still water to the golden lady waiting in the west. Tonight we have gathered them all one last time, the whole shining company, and let the entire story carry us down together. It has been a long and beautiful road, and you have walked all of it, and now it is gently done. Whatever the morning brings, you go into the dark tonight, with the whole great story gathered warm around you, every god a friend, every thread drawn kindly home. Carry the whole gathering down with you as you go, one last warm picture to rest in, the great warm hall in the soft gold light, all of them gathered there, the first light and the green king, the faithful queen and the bright heir, the wise one and the kind judge, the sure boat and the golden lady, the whole shining company drawn close in the gentle dark, around your rest, glad you came, glad you walked the whole long road with them, glad to see you gently, to sleep this one last time. You are held in the middle of all of them now, in the warm gold light of the finished story, with nothing left to do and nothing left to fear. The road is walked, the gathering is whole. The whole great company is keeping watch over your rest. Sleep now. Let the whole company hold you. the first light and the gentle wisdom, the green king and the faithful queen, the bright heir and the kind judge, the sure night boat and the golden lady, all of them gathered close in the warm dark around your rest. Let the season's one deep truth carry you down, that gentleness endures, that the night is always crossed, that the dawn is always sure, and that a warm welcome waits at the end of every road. There is nothing left to do now, and nothing at all to fear. The story is whole. The gathering is complete. You are carried, as you have always been carried, safely toward the morning. Good night, sleep deeply, and we will meet again by the river under the same old stars, for the night is long, and the gentle stories are many, and there are other lands and other gods still waiting, patiently, in the warm dark, for the nights to come.